To tell the old stories of Jesus and his love.
Memorial Day. When I think of Memorial Day, the following scripture comes to mind. John 15, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You get a long weekend from school soon. Isn't that great? You can have fun in our spring and summer weather, maybe go swimming or fishing, or just hang out with friends and family. Maybe you will go to a parade or see fireworks. And the best part is, you don't have to go to school on Monday. Hooray! Some people call it the unofficial start to summer. I like that. We all love days off and time to relax. But I would like you to take a moment to learn why you have the day off. And then ask around and see if others know why they have the day off. Monday is called Memorial Day. But what does that mean? Some of you listening might already know. But I'm going to ask you to please listen anyway. Part of today's lesson will be the story behind a song that I wrote. I sing it every Memorial Day in my hometown of Forestport, and I sing it at other events that honor and remember our military. The word memorial is like the word memory or the word remembering. And that is part of what Memorial Day is about. Remembering the men and women who died while serving in the United States military. It's also about honoring them and treating their memory with respect. During the Civil War, a general wanted to make sure all those who died in the war were honored. Memorial Day was originally called Decoration Day because people honored those who died by decorating their graves with flowers and flags. Even though Memorial Day was started to honor those who died while fighting in the Civil War, during World War I, the holiday became a time to remember and honor American military personnel who died in all wars. In our area, cities and towns host Memorial Day parades that are usually organized by members of veterans organizations because it's very important to them to remember their fellow service members. Sometimes, before or after a parade, or even instead of a parade, there are ceremonies at cemeteries and memorials. Have you ever attended a Memorial Day parade or ceremony? If not, please do this year. Start a new tradition. Find one nearby and ask your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, or someone to take you, or maybe all of them. Or, if you are one of our Young at Heart listeners, invite a friend. Now, I'd like to share some reasons why Memorial Day is important to me. I have been surrounded by the military most of my life, both personally and professionally. I am the daughter, wife, sister, niece, aunt, cousin, and friend of members in all branches of the armed services: the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard. Although none of my close friends or relatives have ever died fighting for our country, I have come to know some people who have lost loved ones in war. I got to know them because of a song I wrote called For You and For Me. These people are strong, inspiring, patriotic people, and I am honored to now call them friends. The story behind For You and For Me. A few years ago, people in central New York came together to honor 2 local Marines who died in the war in Afghanistan. I didn't know these young men, but I felt I needed to attend their funerals, and I wasn't the only one. Hundreds of other local people who didn't know the young men also attended. We felt it important to pay our respects and show support to the families. Each funeral was, of course, very sad, However, I was also uplifted by the support of the communities and the military, and I was amazed by the strength of the family members. During this time, I also came to know of the Patriot Guard riders, with their heads and flags held high, silently standing and guarding the fallen hero and all those gathered. I stood in line at the funeral home and asked myself, why do I, and so many others, go to pay our respects to someone we don't even know? That might be a question people ask about going to Memorial Day ceremonies, too. I went to my car and took out a pen and paper and tried to put my feelings into words. I sat there for a while, watching people come and go, watching the American flag waving in the breeze. I went home, and I thought not only about the heroes that we were just honoring and remembering, but I also thought about those who are currently serving our country and those who have served, our veterans. Many of those are members of my own family. I managed to put the thoughts and feelings I was having together as a poem. Friends who know me as a singer and songwriter asked, "When are you putting that to music?" I had never intended it to be a song, but I sat down one afternoon and it was there, simply and easily, a gift from God. My hope is that those who hear For You and For Me will feel the mixed emotions, the sadness, the patriotism, the thankfulness, and the honor that I felt when I attended those funerals. I hope those that hear it remember those who have died for us in battle, those who have fought for our freedoms, and those who continue to do so. Memorial Day is not just another day off. Please, find a parade or a ceremony. Talk to someone about Memorial Day. Find someone who serves or who has served our country and talk to them about Memorial Day. As you watch the parade or attend a ceremony, please think about those who fought and died for our country so that we can be free. Remember the scripture I began with. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Please never, ever forget. They did it for you and for me. God bless America.
Many thoughts crossed my mind today as I watched the line grow. Like, why do I go pay my respects for someone I don't even know? It's because I simply can't forget. Neither did he know me, but he just gave his young promising life to help and keep me free. Did it for you and he did it for me in the land of the brave, home of the free. For you and for me in the home of the free. And then I thought of those still serving and said a silent prayer. Please, dear Lord, watch over them and keep them in your care. They do it for you and they do it for me in the land of the brave, home of the free. For me in the home of the free. And then I saw the veterans with their heads and flags held high. Thank you all from the bottom bottom of my heart for all you've sacrificed. They did it for you and they did it for me in the land of the brave, home of the free. They did it for you and they did it for me in the land of the brave, home of the free. For you and for me in the home of the free.